Even though I haven't had this door open in 10 years, it's not a mystery what it looks like behind there, because I took the screen door or the storm door off the other side and put it as my door to the metalworking shed. But that board's been here. My tool board's been here for, I don't know, 5 years or so now. Well, not even that long. Right when I started my YouTube channel, I put this tool board up because I thought I was going to keep my woodworking tools here. And just in that amount of time, the crap that collects behind a board like that, there's, well, a lot of dirt might have blown in from the outside, but just the amount of bugs. What the dead bugs that are down here. Looks like, yeah, a little bit of dry rot. Oh, yummy. That's the metal trim on the outside that's got to come off. So this sits flat on this edge. I'll frame this in, but should I just take this off? Even though that's all rotted out, it's not structural. This isn't going to be as nice as I thought, but I don't have a lot of choice at this point, so maybe I'll take this off the outside and take this trim off, and then I'll decide. Welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to put that up there. So of course, before I do anything in this shop, there's 10 other things I need to do. So the first is a little more sweeping, like last time, and this door over here that we're not using anymore, I'm going to close it in completely. I haven't used it since I've moved into this place like 20 years. So it's just not a useful door for where it is. It's going to go. And that spot is going to be where I'm going to put the propane tank. We're going to run this heater off of a 40-pound tank. I had considered putting a bigger tank outside or plumbing into our existing tank for our house, but I'm afraid I'm just going to use too much propane. I'm going to be tempted to leave it on more than I really need. So this smaller tank it's going to keep me from overdoing it. I don't want to spend $100 a month trying to heat this place. We're just trying to knock the chill off, and my schedule when I come out to work is I'm ready to work, I get out here, start working. So I don't always get a chance to come out here a couple hours beforehand and turn on the heater and let it come up to temp. So this 50,000 BTU unit will do the job quite nicely, I believe. It's got a fan on it to blow the heat around the shop. I've used, the small space heaters before, but you just can't. The shop's too big. It's not insulated well enough to have a small heater that's very useful, especially this small milk house style heater I have over here. I'll turn it on sometimes when I'm out here. I accidentally left it on, like the week after Christmas, and it ran all week. I came out here on a Saturday and I was thinking, oh, it's nice and warm in the shop, but it's been in the 30s all week. Oh, cripes. And yeah, a couple days ago I got the power bill and it was about $40 higher than normal. So that wasn't great. One other note for today is I don't know how much I'm going to film because I might have a helper out here that does not want to be on film. So we'll figure it out as we go. You'll absolutely get the highlights, but it's really a straightforward install. It has instructions. This is one where you don't want to throw the instructions away, because one of the things we have to do is change over the jets from natural gas to propane. A lot of these heaters you buy, like this, unless it's designed to be used with a small portable tank, a lot of these heaters you buy are plumbed for natural gas. This one, the heater itself came with the jet kit, so I didn't have to get that separately. It was very nice. So the goal is to run a flexible hose from here up to where I'll have a hard line, And I want the hard line to be above this trim board. And go over to the corner and have an elbow over there. I do have to relocate this and the wiring over there. Probably have to relocate it because the exhaust for the heater is going to go out that wall. I just don't want it too close to that wiring. I know it's very low clearance required for that that ducting kit, the exhaust kit, but it's one of those things I don't want to mess around with. You know, don't want to push the limits on things that generate heat. So I think maybe we'll just get it kind of loosely mocked up first before we make any decisions on moving wiring or anything like that. So to set this up for propane was pretty simple. Just take this down, swap out the jets, and there's a spring in this guy that needs to be replaced too. But that's pretty straightforward. So my first instinct on a unit like this that has an exhaust blower is, well, you can run your exhaust just about wherever you want. But that's not the case. These tubes are supposed to be tilted down 1/4 inch per foot, I believe is what it said. And I think that's so condensation inside the pipe runs out of the building instead of, you know, if you're running it perfectly level or slightly downhill in towards the building, you know, towards the heater, you'd probably collect a fair bit of moisture there. Oh, what do I have for elbows? Yes. All right, so after some measuring around and some moving around, we're going to be setting the heater a little farther away from the corner than I originally planned. And then found out that these elbows are locked at 45. Yes, I know it says 45-degree elbow right on it, but I did not read that. I thought you could swivel these, and there's 2 of them. I thought, oh, I'll be able to put it exactly where I want, point it right towards the middle of the shop. It's not the case. So we adjusted a little bit. I'm sure it'll be fine. If we really need to in the future, we can put some diverters on the front to slightly steer the air, but it's probably going to be fine. This is a big unit. We're going to just heat up everything quickly, I think. I got to get this hole cut on the outside. I got the inside done already. Of course, cutting through sheet metal on the outside, trying to make it line up with the hole on the inside. Not my favorite thing to do, but we'll get through it. I literally just opened the door to walk out and go mark the outside of the wall, and this is what I'm greeted with. I think maybe I'll work on the gas line instead of the wall thimble. And of course, to do the gas line, I gotta move all this stuff that I just put here because it's gonna go right up there. The goal is to punch a hole through that beam, go right along that trim over to the corner, and I guess I have to move that box. So that box is now moved. I did not have enough wire to get all the way over to the truss, so that's just gonna be a junction box, and we will run a new wire out of that one over to the heater, and probably another one down to an outlet because the heater doesn't draw a lot. It's a 20 amp circuit. We should have plenty of juice to go around. Well, it's been a few days since I've been out here, and I don't remember where we left off in the video. So this is where we're at now. I got some L brackets up there lagged into some supports. Ready rod all the way down, and I'm just going to use this to lift the heater up into place, and then when we get up about halfway, I can chop the bottoms of those ready rod pieces off, and I can attach my other 2 points to the heater. So now we're supported by 4 rods instead of 2. I got the gas line just roughed in. It doesn't have sealant on it or anything. It's just hanging there for now. That's about where it's going to go. And then I need to get outside and cut the hole in the sheet metal. So I'm hoping that I can get this up here fairly quickly, and we'll get the exhaust lined up, get the slope correct. We'll see where this is going to sit exactly, and then we'll put it all together for real, and then I can make a platform for this and decide what's going to sit under it. I want to put those blocks under it, I think, like storage. but then I had some other ideas on what might go in this section, so yeah, I'll figure that out in a little bit. Oh, I scratched it. So one thing that's going on here is I'm using this to lift it. Well, I gotta run these nuts all the way up. And I got that one up there a ways, because it's gonna get pinched here. I don't want to spin these by hand. So I just got this. It's a grommet, and I just jammed a bolt through it, and I think if we run it in reverse and hold it like this, it's hard to do with one hand here with holding the camera. Anyway, you get the picture. I'm gonna run all this stuff up. We're gonna get this thing up in the air, and then we'll figure out the rest of it. Well, here we are 9 days later. I spent the entire week sick. The family's sick. We got absolutely nothing done this week. The snow is, well, it's going away now because it's raining. I don't really remember where I left off working on the heater, but I do know that I have a leak. I'm hoping it's just a little ice dam. We got a little bit of ice and snow up under the roof, but it's dripping right down the side of my brand new heater. Let's take a look. Yeah, oh, that was close, almost right into the housing. It's somewhere right here. Oh, it's coming right off of this. So I haven't had a water leak here in a long time. I'm hoping it was just an ice dam. We're gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna wipe all this down and watch for any more drips. The other thing I want to check is, I don't know if you remember, this exhaust goes uphill towards the termination 1/4 inch per foot. So any water that collects on the outside wants to run back, you know, drip along the bottom here. And I know it would stop here, but I hope it's stopping on the outside. I haven't sealed it yet because this wasn't done. This isn't, we're not totally connected at the back here. So it's not sealed on the outside, and I didn't have my little drip flashing above the thimble on the outside. But I mean, so far so good. I don't see any water collecting there. Yeah, so it's up at height. So what else here? So the heater's now up at its proper height. I have the slope correct on the exhaust. I have the gas line mapped out. I got to find my plumber's tape so I can hang that gas line and start putting all the fittings together with sealant and all that, and hook up the heater, trim off those rods, screw the exhaust in to its final position, and then we got to build the platform for the big tank, and then we got to wire it. So I'm coming off of that junction box there. We're gonna come down and wire in, and I'm pretty sure I have a roll of thermostat wire, and I think we're gonna come over here with the thermostat, probably around this spot here. It doesn't have to be an ideal location for a thermostat because it's mostly, I'm gonna just be changing it manually for what we're doing in the shop. How warm do I want it? When it reaches a good temperature, I'll just go turn it off, probably for the afternoon, because just spend a few hours at a time out here, rarely spend a full day, so it's not like I need it cycling on and off at a specific temperature, which is kind of nice. But then there's that risk that I might leave it on when I don't want to, which is actually the main reason of using the small tank and not connecting to the one outside. So the one outside is 500 gallons and this one's only like, 10. So if I accidentally leave the heater run all week, I will only run this little guy empty, and I won't keep feeding off the main one outside. So all right, now that that is been sealed and screwed into place, the exhaust is done, at least on the inside of the building. I do need a brace from the corner of the heater to the wall, maybe two directions, just because the all thread rod is just not quite stable enough. I don't want it wiggling around, so I'll find some small steel material to brace that to the wall, and then we will be on to finishing off the plumbing, hopefully. Oh yeah, I was going to tell you about these gloves. I just got these from Costco. It was $13 for 150 nitrile gloves, and they're tough. Like, I can feel it. I really like these. It's way cheaper than buying them at the auto parts store. And I think I'm going to make a box, a holder for this box to go on the wall somewhere. But these are great. If you need gloves, check out Costco. There was some, these were by like the tools and stuff. There's other ones that are by the medical supplies. I don't know if those are as strong as these, but these seem great. Well, I think that's about all I got time for today. We're probably gonna end off this video like this because the rate this project's been going, if I wait another week to try and film the last little bit, I'm never gonna get it done. It's just not gonna happen. So the plumbing is mostly done. I need to get a different adapter for the end of this supply hose where it goes from the propane tank to the 1/2-inch pipe up there. These ones that came in the kit, I thought I was gonna be good, but it's 1/2-inch flare to 3/8 pipe, and I need 3/8 flare to 1/2-inch pipe. So I gotta get one of those. Wiring is up next. I found some wire I can use for my thermostat, and that shouldn't be a big deal. I can just go from that box, like I said earlier, come across, tap into the back, And we are really close to firing this thing up. So next time you see it, it will probably be running. Next time I get a chance to come out here and work on it, I'm just going to work on it and just get it done. There's not that much interesting to film after this point. I think I have a shelf unit I'm going to put over there where the tank is going to sit, and I need to go get the tank filled. So even if I had the adapter, I wouldn't be able to run it off of that tank today. It's always something. Never ends. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.